I got married in July last year to a nice American girl. I did it. Thank you. Thank you. I got a green card. I did it, yes. I'm legal. We were engaged for like 2.5 years because of the pandemic. And when we first got engaged, this is the first thing that we had to do was get engagement photos. Okay, this is an American tradition. We don't do this in Australia. And it's fucking weird. We were down the beach with a professional photographer doing shit we've never done before and will never do again. I was told to stand there and look out over the ocean, so I'm standing there like this. And my fiancée was told to stand right behind me and put her arms around me like that, right? And I, in turn, was to hold her back like this. So we're both standing there, staring out over the Pacific. She can't see shit because her face is just in my back. We're trying to make that look cute, like, ah! So we're standing there in some kind of reverse prom backpack scenario. And I thought, this isn't right, this doesn't feel right. And I went to the photographer, I don't think we should... And she took that photo. And then we sent that to all of our family and friends. And said, this is how we stand at the beach. We're idiots. We're thinking of starting a family. This isn't a good start. I do most of the cooking in the house. It's just that she burns 90% of shit that she touches in the kitchen, and I'm not allowed to say anything about it. You're not allowed to. It's very sexist and misogynistic to point out a woman burning something in the kitchen. You're better off just letting them burn shit and just saying nothing. But this is what she does. She put a pot on the stove, turn the stove on, and then she just fucks off for an hour and a half. And does something else. And then she comes running back in and goes, oh shit, how did that happen? Oh. And I'm sitting there going, I fucking know how it happened, but I'm not allowed to say anything because of the rules of society and I'll get cancelled. It's hard being in the car with her when she's trying to do a U-turn. It's really hard. It's very hard. I don't think she knows what the letter U is. I don't think she knows. See, this is what a U-turn is, right? You're coming down the street and you need to be back over this side of the street. So you just do a U shape. It's in the title. It's in the title. Just do a U shape. Get back to where you needed to get to. But what my wife likes to do is she's driving along about here, she shits herself, and she goes, I don't want to do a U-turn, there's too many cars, I'm scared. So she turns right down this street, and she doesn't want to do a U-turn on that street either, so she turns right up the next street, and then she does a painfully slow 3-point turn in a driveway, and then comes back down to this street, back down along here, and then back up to where we needed to get to. And that takes 45 minutes. And I just have to sit there in silence. Look, she's a better person than I am, okay? She does leave dishes around a lot, just half-drunk glasses of water everywhere. And it shits me, but we never fight. What we do is we passively aggressively get shit off our chests via one of the cats. So I'll pick up a cat and I say something like, oh, Mum leaves a lot of dirty dishes around, doesn't she? And then later on, she'll pick up a cat and go, oh, Dad can't show his emotions because his father left him when he was a child. Ooh. Yeah, she's a lot better at it than I am. She's a terrible morning person. She's horrific from the hours of like 6 until about 9:30. She looks different. She sounds different. I think she's a different person. She scares me. If I get up before her, it's safer for me to grab some clothes together and go into the kitchen and change in the kitchen. Go, don't make too much noise. If you wake her up, she'll stab you in the face. She's terrifying. I was getting up early for work, this was a while ago, and I was getting up at 6:30. And on the Monday, got up at 6:30 and she was asleep. And I leant over and went, oh, bye, and kissed her on the shoulder. And she went, oh, what are you doing? And I said, oh, I was just saying goodbye. And she went, oh, just fucking go. And I went, oh, sorry, go back to sleep, sorry. And I left. Then on the Tuesday, 6:30 in the morning, she was asleep and I thought, I won't disturb her, I'll let her sleep. That's what she wants. And I went off to work. Yeah, you all know. I got a text message from her at 9:30 that said, how come you left without saying goodbye? What the fuck am I meant to do with this situation? So Wednesday, 6:30, I'm just standing at the end of the bed just staring at her. I didn't know what to do. I'm looking around for help. There's no support. And I'm thinking, do I go or do I say goodbye? What do I do? And I was kind of hovering above her like that. And she woke up and saw me above her like this. And just went, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I went, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared. Help me. About 4 years ago, I was in Chicago in December, okay? I was in a place called Schaumburg, and that is the coldest I've ever been in my entire life. I wasn't prepared for that at all. And I was doing some shows there in Schaumburg, and I was in the hotel looking out the window. There was a Whole Foods about a mile away. And like everything was frozen over. There was no people walking around and all the cars were covered in snow. And look, I don't know the cold. I didn't know if I could walk that mile without dying. I didn't know. I didn't want to be a statistic on their news. Idiot Australian thinks he can walk a mile in December. He has perished outside the Whole Foods in Schaumburg. I didn't want that to happen. So I put my beanie on and my scarf on and my jacket on, and I put sweatpants on and then jeans over them and like another jacket, and I had all my clothing. I looked like an idiot. I was all puffed out like Kevin from Home Alone. And I walked out of the hotel room and the door shut behind me, and I went, oh shit, I forgot my room key. But I thought, don't worry about it. You can worry about that when you get back. So I started walking over to the Whole Foods. About a mile, or about half a mile, this young girl walked past me just in a t-shirt and looked up at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm a foreigner, I'm not from around here. Hello. So I knew I had too much clothing on, but I got to the Whole Foods and I took the jacket off and I took the scarf off and I took the beanie off. And then I wanted to get this green juice. And I found out the green juice was $17. And I was like, oh, come on, $17? And then I looked across and there was a lady giving out free samples of the very juice that I wanted. And pretty generous sized samples. So I went up to her and I said, oh, hi, may I try one of your juices? So I had one. And then I said, that's really good. May I have another? You're allowed to ask for two. We've all decided in society that when sampling, you're allowed to have two. So I had the second one. You can't ask for three. That's too much, okay? That's cheeky. So I had to think of tactics to get the third, fourth and fifth one. So this is what I did. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. I went into the other aisle and I put my jacket back on and my scarf back on and I put my beanie back on. And then I walked back up to the lady and I went, hello, I'd like to try some green juice. And she just stared at me and I panicked. I don't know why I said this. I went, my twin brother was just here. And he said, I simply must try your green juice. So I'm just deep in a sea of juice lies at this point. And she burst out laughing and then leaned in and said, have as much juice as you want. As soon as all this juice is gone, I get to go on break. So I'm her new best friend. I'm like, well, let's have a juice. Come on. I'm getting other people involved. Come on, we're getting Mary on break. Have a juice. We finished all the juice. Mary went on break. I had way too many juices. I had like 17 juices. I put my beanie back on and the scarf back on and the jacket back on, ready for my mile walk back to the hotel. And about quarter mile out, I realised that's too much juice. That's too much. We're about to have a problem here. This is a problem. Look, it's one thing if you need to pee really badly, but if you need to... That is an emergency situation. I don't want to be a statistic on the Chicago News. Australian shits his pants outside the Whole Foods in Schaumburg. He has perished outside... I don't need that on my adult life resume, so... And the shit that was going through my head, like, I was walking along going, you could jump between these two cars right now and this would all be over. And I'm like, you're not doing that, you're an adult. You're not shitting between cars. What are you, insane? So this is all I could do, all right? Now, you've all done this before. Don't act like you haven't. What it is, it's the fast-paced walk, and then you have to gather yourself. And that's the only way you can get from A to B, all right? You go, 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 go. Oh, shit, 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 shit. You've all done it before. You know damn well you have. Don't act like you haven't. It's all you can do. You go, 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 shit, 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 shit. Oh, God. So I did that the whole mile walk back to the hotel. I stopped like 50 times. It took me so long to get there, but I struggled and I got there and I made it and I was sweating. I was sweating by the time I got to the hotel. And I went to the elevators and I remembered, shit, I forgot my room key. And I went up to the guy at the counter and it's like he knew exactly what was going on. Because all I did was go up to him and just go, "Dah!" And he went, right, this guy's about to shit his pants and doesn't have a room key. Because he just went, yeah, and handed me the key and I went, ah! I went to the elevators, I went up to my floor and I got there and I got to my room, I opened the door. I opened the bathroom door. Now, why is it that your brain thinks it's made it to the toilet when it sees the toilet? I was like, no, we're not there yet. What are you doing, for God's sakes? And I jumped in the air and I got my jeans off and I dove and I went, ksh, and I made it. Every little step, that whole mile back, everything. The relief when I made it to the toilet. And then I remembered I was wearing 2 pairs of pants.